Statistics show that everyone has had a bully in their life. We hang on to that too much. In order to be successful, you need to learn to drop those anchors quickly and move on from your pain. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer, and I talk about this stuff because I've lived through it. Now, I'm sitting in my bed right now because I don't know. I've had a lot of time to think this week, and I've been thinking about my past and things. I've had surgery, and it's just about 5 days out, and I'm still my energy's still kind of low. So I've been thinking a lot about how I got to where I am. And this is kind of interesting because I've been thinking, like, all those things I've gone through, growing up with cerebral palsy, growing up nerdy, growing up the weird kid, growing up, you name it. I mean, I pretty much was called it, and, I had all this stuff going on in my brain. But I pushed a lot past the bullying, and I got rid of it, and I felt a lot better because it can be a cause for your anxiety that you've had in your life, or it can be a pillar of strength for everything you've gone through. And all with all the issues, I mean, you stand on top of everything that you go through in your life. All that mountain of hell, all that mountain of crap that you go through. You stand on top of all that. It doesn't bury you. You got to understand that. That's the biggest part of it overall. So, if you have, and which everybody pretty much has, everybody's had that bully in their life. What do you do when you get around it? You know, you have got to realize that you're super strong. I I got through it, and I remember I shocked somebody over years. I mean, oh God, it's been years ago. I was at the gym, and there was this dude who was, a former bully of mine. I'm not going to name his name. I'm just going to call him Michael. And he approached me, and he just started at the gym, and he's working out. And, I didn't recognize him at first, but, he called out my name. He's like, Nick Tabor, oh my God, how are you? And I'm like, oh, yeah, can I help you? And he's like, oh, Mike. And I'm like, oh, hey, dude, and he goes on to explain that, he had a rough childhood and that he wanted to apologize for what he did, and then all the pain that he put me through when we were children. I said, I forgive you, dude. I forgave you long, long time ago. And he almost started to cry. And he's like, are you really? And like, he's almost tearing up thinking about it. And, oh my God, I'm so, he's like, you forgive me? Are you serious? I'm like, yes, I do. And I have done for a long, long time. And the bullies are anchors. Are anchors to the past. And, if we let that weigh us down, the worse we're going to get. And this is, mostly this video would be for kids, but encourage parents to go grab the kids and watch this. What can you do to get rid of that anchor? What can you do to move on from the bullying? There's a 3-step process for you. Number one, what you've got to do is you've got to work on you. You've got to improve yourself. You've got to make sure that whatever you do, whatever people are picking on you for, whatever they're doing, if it makes you happy and it's not causing any harm, go for it. You just have fun. You have a blast. You just live your best life, and, you'll win the respect. You'll be able to do great things. I remember there was a kid, this is late 90s, early 2000, and I grew up in a town that, at the time was kind of sexist, and some things were said that were really super hateful in the town and that were, classful, and it's just very weird. But there was this guy who came out, and he, came out of the closet. He was 14 years old. He says, I'm gay, I'm a homosexual. He took ribbings, man, and he took a lot of heat. He took a lot of heat, and he just like he doubled down on it, and he just was more himself. And the more people ragged on him, the further and further and further he pushed it. And he won everybody's respect. And I believe, you can do that too. Number two, well, we just talked about making sure that you live your best happiness. You've got to understand the other side of it. What was their perspective at that given point? I told you about Michael, the bully that I had an issue with, and he confronted me and asked for forgiveness, and I forgave him a while ago. Come to find out, what happened was, with the cerebral palsy that I had, he had a father who was in the Iraq War, the first one in the early 90s. His dad left and just skedaddled and moved on. His dad had a right arm issue as well, and every time he saw me, he saw his dad. Now, I looked at that and I'm like, well, okay. He's 11 years old, and he's reminded of an absent father every time he sees me. All he said was words. All he did was say stuff. Why put that extra burden on another human? Why do I need to do that? What can I do to be better? So immediately I'm like, you know what? He had a rough life. I had a rough life at that time. We're both just idiot 11-year-old kids. Let's just be done with it. Let's just be done with it and move on. The third thing you want to do is, we've talked about living the best. Now we talked about forgiving and realizing their potential. It really is a double down on really being the best. But then what you've got to do is you've got to find the tribe that you live on. While you're being yourself, people naturally are going to gravitate towards you, and they're going to want you to be your best. Now, your tribe is the 3 to 5 people who genuinely really love you and, understand who you are. You've got to take the time for the tribe while you're out being your best self and forgiving your past, to lift other people up while they're lifting you, and keep that constant reward system. There's going to be times where you feel like, oh shoot, I am falling here and I'm getting a little depressed, but you get those people in um in the in the circle to help you out, the better everything's going to be, because they love you for you. And then that's your best bet. That's what you want to do. And I know it's with that 3 steps, sometimes it seems really, really super hard to be able to move on and to be able to do that. Like, life is different. It really is not. It is awesome once you're on the other side of this, and it seems like it's forever. No, no, this is all temporary. All right. So there's another video here. I want you all to continue to climb. I want you to check it out. It's right on my left shoulder. Go ahead and do that, and I'll see you there.